Hello, everybody, and welcome to episode 18 of In the Flow. We are your hosts. My name is Courtney.
And my name is Hannah.
And today we are pulling out the old tarot cards. It's been a minute. So
I'm excited.
Yeah, but before we do that, we're just going to take a quick word from our sponsor.
Okay, we're back. And as we said before our little sponsor read there, we are sitting down with our tarot decks today. So we actually just filmed a podcast. And we mentioned that we have been kind of out of the flow lately. And so this is the first time we have sort of sat down with both of our decks in a while. We both cleansed our decks with the incense. And yeah, I'm excited actually to get started because I was playing with it.
Yeah, and a super interesting card popped out.
Yeah, so the Eight of Swords popped out. And actually, so when I was shuffling, I was about to tell you what I wanted to do for the podcast is just sort of ask for one card while shuffling. And when I went to say that, this card fell out. And it is the Eight of Swords in reverse, which, first of all, this deck is so beautiful. Courtney gifted it to me. I don't know what is it. It's called Universal Tarot. I don't know. It's so pretty, though. And, like, the size of it is perfect. Anyway, I'm done. I'm done talking about that. So yeah, I was like, I need to find the reverse meaning on my phone. And as I said that,
I'm scrolling. So like I have the Radiant Wise Spirit Tarot deck, and it comes with like a little book. And I was just like fanning through the book. I don't know if you can hear the sound. ASMR. Oh yeah. I was fanning through the book, and I opened right on to reversed Eight of Swords. Like it was.
So. In her book, the Eight of Swords is on a different page than the reverse. Like, it's a continuation. So the fact that you landed on that is just disgustingly uncanny.
Literally, just as you said it was the reversed, I was like, oh my fuck, look at my tarot book right now.
Crazy. Anyway.
Oh, well, I guess I should read the meaning. Okay, so the Eight of Swords reversed. Former restraints hold you no longer. You are free to move forward and embrace transformation. The swords no longer form a prison around your consciousness. If you need to go listen to our last podcast.
Not if you. Go listen to our last podcast and tell us that is not uncanny. So we batch create content, so we just talked about all of this stuff. And
not even an hour ago, we just got done the last podcast.
I went downstairs, I had a bagel, and we're back.
Yeah.
That is insane.
Yeah, that is literally uncanny. I have chills right now because even in the last podcast, I was kind of talking about how sometimes I question my spirituality and we're talking about our own insecurities holding us back, and that is the card that decided to pop out of your deck. That is unreal.
I know. And I was saying that I feel like the synchronicities that have been happening to me lately are just disgusting. And, good. I'm glad that happened in live time. So everyone else here was here to witness it.
I know.
Because you can't make that shit up.
It's crazy.
So
and I'm really I just thought of this too. A good way, if you are feeling disconnected with your spirituality, is to just sit down with your tarot book, because I find it always surprises me. Typically, there is every now and again that I don't really understand the meaning of it, but 9 times out of 10, I'm like, holy shit, even before looking up the meaning. Oh, before we get into it any further, I wanted to describe my own process, how I read tarot. Typically, I'll look up a spread with a few different questions, and I'll ask the questions as I'm shuffling. I normally try to wait for a card to pop out, or sometimes I'll intuitively kind of pick one out of it. And then I'll try to look at the card, write down my own interpretation of it, and kind of meditate on it for a moment. And then I will grab my little tarot book that came with my tarot cards, and then I'll read that meaning, and then I'll cross-reference it with Biddy Tarot. And then I'll kind of take all of that together to kind of
get your interpretation.
Yeah, my conclusion.
Yeah. I personally, my process is usually I will start by asking if there's anything I need to know.
Yeah, that's a good one. Yeah.
And then I will build off of there and usually draw more cards. But I personally tend to go one card at a time and go a little more intuitively because I find spreads intimidating, and I am just getting started. And it truly, if I'm being honest, it's been quite a while. It's been weeks since I've picked up my deck, unfortunately.
Oh, yeah, me too. I don't even think... The last time that I probably read tarot was in Pennsylvania. So it was a real long time ago.
It was before you went to Pennsylvania.
I don't even know if I did read in Pennsylvania. I can't even fully. I might have. I probably wrote down the date.
Yeah, that's smart. I don't write down all.
Oh yeah, I did June 1st. Yeah, but I used to be super passionate about it, and then I don't know. I just kind of go through little spurts of not doing it. And when I say a spread, like if you. I don't know what it's called, like the girls or guys, that read tarot, like the pick a card readings. Like that is very like they're just like card, and they're like pulling cards. I think that's more of like an intuitive process. It's kind of like storytelling. Those aren't the type of spreads that I do. I typically go to Pinterest and like I'll just look up a tarot spread pertaining to something that I'm curious about, and then it's normally like. Card number 1, there's a question. Card number 2, there's a question. Card number 3, like... Yeah. Well, I guess I'll pull a card because I haven't yet.
Okay.
So,
are you going to go in with a specific intention or question?
I think
for the collective, for us?
Well, I'm really curious about, like, what our future holds, or like if we stay in this alignment, like what does that mean for us?
That like, literally gives me like little heart palpitations to like even ask that question. Okay, go ahead. Okay. Go off, sis. Sounds intense.
Oh, the Hanged Man.
Interesting. And he's upright.
He has like a halo.
Oh no, he's not upright. He's upside down. So he looks like he's standing up.
Oh yeah, it is the Hanged Man upside down.
Reverse. That's cool. Interesting.
Okay, so that
I feel like reverse meanings apply if you remember to, you know what I mean? Like, there was a point where I wasn't into it, but I see why it's...
Yeah, you know I always look at it if I get it, but sometimes I do think that the other way was what was intended sometimes on the situation, or it makes more sense. But I guess just looking at this, I'm not too familiar with the Hanged Man. I don't typically... pull this card really ever.
I have in the past, but I can't remember off the top of my head. I think I would have pulled in my last reading, honestly. To me, he looks
like he's dancing.
Reversed. Yeah.
Well, he is reversed, so he's standing up on
upright.
One foot, and then he also like
has a halo. He looks kind of like enlightened. Relaxed, I would say, in a way.
Confident.
Yes, exactly. Like his stance is very like he's taking up space. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Big Leo energy.
And I think like how one of his legs is like cocked up behind his thigh. Yeah. And that's almost like I guess in yoga you put it up against your thigh, but I don't know if that's some sort of like, not like a mudra or whatever they're called, you know what I'm talking about, how you do different hands.
Like, meditation stance kind of thing. All right, well, let's see what it means.
Okay.
Because, like, to me, I don't know. I get, like, I don't know. Good vibes, obviously.
Yeah.
It makes me feel nice, but I'm not exactly sure what I'm seeing.
Exactly, me neither. I can't be certain.
Yeah.
Okay, so in my little tarot book...
Flipping through to find it. Oh, is it not good?
No.
Interesting.
So it says, the Hangman reverse, an unwillingness to change, moving forward after great stasis, awake and alive with new knowledge, a newfound sense of understanding about the world. I don't understand the first part, an unwillingness to change, because it seems like that's contradicting the rest of it.
Let me see the context of it. After great.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. That's kind of like contradicting it.
It is. Well, I think that the last part, awake and alive with new knowledge, a newfound sense of understanding about the world. So that kind of, to me, is like...
us turning the new leaf.
Yeah, like stepping into a new cycle or yeah. Oh, it's kind of like another spiritual awakening, like a new understanding of the world is kind of like every time that your spirituality is...
So this says, the upright hangman encourages you to pause for a moment and see things from a different perspective. Reverse, this card shows that you know you need to hit the pause button, but you are resisting it. Instead, you are filling your days with tasks and projects, keeping busy and distracting yourself from the actual issues you need that need your attention. Your spirit, body, spirit and body are asking you to slow down, but your mind keeps racing. Stop and rest before it's too late. The universe will only dial up the volume if you ignore it. As a result, you may end up crashing. So as soon as you hear the call, clear your schedule and make the space so you can tune in and listen. You may already be in a position where everything has been put on hold. Much to your frustration, the reversal of the hangman can indicate a time when you're getting blocked, stuck, or restricted because other people or other circumstances have left you on hold. While you feel resistant, it's important that you surrender to what is and let go of your attachment to how things should be. Be in flow with life. Even if it's not as you expected it. Seriously, when does it actually ever go as you expected? And loosen your grip. If your life has already been on a pause period, the reverse hangman can come as a positive sign that you can now move forward with a new perspective. That's how this is where I feel like
oh my god, my whole body is like I'm covered in chills.
This is pretty good.
That is pertaining to everything. Well, a big topic that we're talking about in the last podcast too.
It's like and our whole journey basically.
And when we were not recording, like when we went downstairs too, I can't remember exactly what we were talking about, but it was definitely like in that vein of like, oh my god, my mind is just like blown.
That's awesome. I love it. Okay, where was I?
Sorry.
No, that's fine. You may find that events line up with more ease and flow and you're ready to go again. There may have been a breakthrough or a stark realization about how you need to do things differently. You're prepared to make those changes and move ahead with a new mindset. In a reading where a relationship is on hold, the reverse hangman can also signal that you're stalling a decision or action. You may be thinking you'd be waiting, blah, blah, blah. So I think that we resonate with, obviously.
Yeah, and
we have felt like we were, oh my god, on a huge pause period. That's why, oh my god, that's why we're in this position now, because I think we hit a wall with the podcast and we were like, okay, we have to sit down and we have to figure out a way that we can record and post consistently, or it's just not going to happen, and we had to buckle down.
Ooh. I don't know if you heard my belly rumble there. Sorry. Yes, exactly. And I was preaching about like systems, how we need to get like we need to have systems in place to fall back on when we're not feeling the best, and kind of like we're in a state of reinventing ourselves. And there was something in there that I felt like particularly pertained to me, but now I'm kind of drawing a blank.
I
about like not
very quickly.
No, I can't even remember.
You can look at the meaning and pick it back out if you'd like.
Yeah.
That's the upright and that's the reverse position. But yeah, even when
resisting.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, like all.
As I was reading that too, I was like, but you were literally using those words downstairs.
And then you fill your days with tasks and projects, keeping busy, distracting yourself from the actual issue that needs your attention, which is like me diverting. Like, I will avoid, like, I have projects on the roster, ones that would very much benefit me, and I will find anything else to do besides doing those. And it's, like, kind of when I know I need to do it, but I'm, like, I have horrible resistance issues that I'm trying to overcome, but this is making me feel way more confident.
Yeah, that's
And,
good.
like, about letting go of expectation, and, I don't know. I feel really good about that.
That's good. Yeah, it was very good. Should I go next?
Yeah,
because technically my last one wasn't for.
Yeah, it wasn't live. It was just when you're messing around.
Oh, I know. We should ask. What should our next topic be? Like, we can riff off of whatever card decides to come out. You know what I mean?
Oh, okay.
Okay. So.
Yeah.
Topic idea.
What should we discuss? What does the collective need to hear?
Yeah,
I guess.
Yes, hear us discuss. I would appreciate if it was one card. I know that sometimes it needs to be more elaborate, and therefore there are many, but I am a beginner, bear in mind.
I like when more than one card falls out.
I usually request with my intention that only one falls out, because So I love this card.
I get this all of the time.
I know, because it's got the little black cat next to it.
So it was the Queen of Wands reversed. So Wands is all about passion. Okay. Like, pretty much. Like, I think it is a lot of the times it has to do with, like, your career, your, like, your driving factors, your, like, internal. I don't know. Here, let me look at my book. Let me look at my book here
Let me
before
pull
I get
something up.
rambling.
For sure.
So my little book.
I've definitely gotten this one before. See,
I get it
love
all
the
the
sunflower
time.
in the background and the little kitty in the front. Like, this card is such a freaking delight to look at. I love it.
I think. No, I can't even be too sure. It's been so long since I've read.
One of my favorite things about tarot is the visuals, because I grew up loving to draw and like really appreciating cartoons. I love looking at different pictures and like different decks and
You
stuff.
should do a deck someday.
I want to, definitely.
I think it would be friggin' cool to design a deck.
Oh yeah.
Okay,
It's
so
definitely on my
wands. It's the
list
fire
of
element,
things.
so it represents passion, desire, and career. So the queen in tarot represents mature female energy. Okay.
Girl boss vibes.
And
Cute.
then, yeah. Okay, so... But it was reversed, so let's see.
What's the...
Okay, so Queen of Wands. Bear with me while I flippity flip. Where is the wands in this? There we go.
Also, we do have a dog in the room, and she is quite the loud snorer. So
I wonder if they can hear it.
I know if it is picking up, it's very cute. I would apologize, but I just wanted you to know what it was.
Jealousy and sabotage, burning energy in the nature of darkness and bitterness, the inability to take responsibility for one's actions and blaming others, wanting all the attention for yourself when it should be shared. Okay, so I think this might be talking about getting into that, like, you know how we were talking about in the last podcast how, like, when you're feeling like low vibration, how when you're like scrolling on social media you feel like threatened by
Other success. Or
yes,
whatever.
I think that could be kind of
Sort of what it's talking about. Yeah, how to deal with jealousy, I think, is sort of what's popping up into my mind and where that stems from. I actually went to make a TikTok on the subject of jealousy, and I just never uploaded it because I got imposter syndrome about it. And then I had to, my drafts deleted. Anyway, how to deal with jealousy, maybe how to be an individual in a shared space, because I think that's an interesting topic for the both of us. Look at Trisha Paytas and Ethan Klein. They were two big personalities in a podcast, and that is no longer. There's like I forget what it's called, but it's Rylan Adams' podcast, and there's a lot of buzz about how they interact, and I don't know, I've just seen a lot of stuff about jealousy,
like competitiveness.
Yeah, and I think that a lot of the things that happen in the YouTube space in particular happen out of that jealousy, which is very sad because, especially in any online space, really, it's not like a TV channel where you only have a certain amount of airtime. It's like people can come to you at any point, so there's more than enough to go around. You know what I mean? Like, people always consume content.
Yeah.
Like, it's not...
But you can see when people are, like, not viewing your content and viewing other people in your niche's content, too. So I can only imagine, like, we're not really in that level of...
No, definitely not. We're talking as perspectives, not experienced individuals, but...
I also wanted to read the Queen of Wands upright from my book as well, like, just to kind of see. Because I think sometimes, like, you can interpret the meaning a little bit better if you know what the upright meaning is.
As well,
like,
yes,
it's kind
because
of,
it's usually opposite, I find.
Yeah, mature and developed sense of sensuality and sexuality. Charismatic personality who draws people in like a moth to the flame. The feminine mastery of fire and embodiment of the suit. Generous, devotional energy, and a deeply spiritual woman. One who ignites the passion of others and always remains true to her cause. Tireless energy and loyalty to others around her. an
Who is
actress,
she, honestly?
public speaker.
She sounds like my fucking dream woman.
Yeah.
Like, hello.
Actress, public speaker, and one who shines in the public eye and empowers those around her.
I feel like that's everything we want to be, basically.
Yes.
Like, literally, if I could put it to words on a manifestation board what my future woman, like, my future self is, it's that. So that's good. That's
I think
cool.
it's like, about being a role, like, there's two paths that you can go down, and I think especially in even like a career in a public eye, like there's a lot of people who get their recognition from being like what's the word that I'm looking for, like catty or like bitchy or like
controversial.
Yeah, exactly. And then there's kind of like the other side, which is like,
and the Amber Scholes of YouTube, who are
yes,
just like positivity,
very feminine. Like, I don't know, I would love to radiate that sort of like feminine kind energy, but you know what, sometimes it's not always like that. Like, I think everyone deals with jealousy and insecurity and projects it. It's a battle that a lot of us go through every day.
I think the thing about jealousy, and this is what I wanted to say in my TikTok, is that it's kind of the universe's way of pinching you in the side to show you what you want and what you want your future to look like. So instead of taking the mindset of, oh, I wish I had, it should be, I can't wait till I have.
Yes.
Because we have been conditioned to say, oh, I don't have. But what we should be feeling is that that's what I want, or that's what I will have, or that's in the moment, that is what I have.
Yeah, like,
you know
you
what
should
I mean?
be resonating with it in a way that, like, you're picturing it for yourself, and, like, this is what I'm capable of, this is what I want. And I think jealousy can be a good indicator of, like, what maybe you're looking for in your life that you don't have, and, like, I don't know.
Is it the law of correspondence, I think? Anyway, there's all of the whatever universal laws. It aligns with one of those, basically, where when you start to see people have what you have, it means it is coming to you, because I think it's the law of oneness. So instead of when the universe shows you these things and these people that have what you want, instead of taking up that mindset of jealousy and therefore putting up a block between you and that thing, instead get excited and align yourself with what's to come, because
it should be an example of like how possible it is. But I think at the other side of it, when you're in a state of like lack or like worthlessness, or like when you have very low self-esteem, those things don't seem like they're even in reach for you. So it seems more of like a taunting rather than like a push in the right direction. It just seems like,
for sure. But I think personally, because I have mastered the art of whatever it is, I'll say recognizing my jealousy and like realigning my thoughts with it, I get excited almost.
Yeah, because it's like a
which is
personal growth moment.
Yeah, exactly.
It's nice when you recognize it, because it's like that's not a good vibration to put out as jealousy, or even internalize, because I think that most of the time, I don't know, I definitely have moments where I'm verbally jealous, or I have like moments of hindsight 2020, like I was being jealous, or that's where it was coming from. But I think I've gotten a lot better at internalizing it and kind of like dismissing it in my brain before it affects me or affects like my confidence level.
And manifests itself in a more permanent way, for sure. Do you want to pull another card, another topic, or another question, or what do you want to do? How do you want to do it this time?
I want to...
You want to put your hangman back in?
Oh, well, I'm going to keep him out. Or maybe, we'll see. Maybe it'll come out again.
Yeah, right.
I want to channel a message for the collective, or whoever might be listening to this right now.
Okay.
What do they need to know?
By the way, if you are listening to this right now, feel free to say hello on our Instagram. And if you would like us to pull a card for you, we might do that the next podcast. if we have anyone who...
What was the last card that we pulled?
Queen
Sorry.
of Wands. So
the Queen of Wands reversed, and now we have the King of Wands reversed, which is the masculine
energy
side
to
of
that.
this.
Okay, so
That's
this is what the
interesting.
collective needs to hear, though, right?
I guess, yeah. Okay.
Interesting. Very
So,
interesting.
I don't know if we should just try to describe, like, the
What we
appearance of
see.
the card. So, it's a man sitting in a red cloak. He's kind of, like, sitting tilted upwards, like he's, expecting something. And he's holding, the wand, which is, like, his...
Yeah,
I don't know what those are called. Like a...
scepter.
Yes.
And he is sitting on a very intricate-looking throne. It looks like it has some animal fur draped on it, and the back has
Like lions or
designs.
dragons, and then there's a
And
little tiny
lizards, it
lizard
seems like.
sitting
So
beside
there's
him.
a lot of reptilian references, I feel, in this picture.
And
And
it's like-
animals in general, I feel, is like kind of a theme. Like a jungle, there's like a jungly feel, even to like the way his cloak is decorated and so on.
Which is interesting because
Kind of
in
cute.
the...
I'd smash. No, I'm just kidding.
What? The Queen of Wands, it's interesting because she has a cat beside her too, so they're both kind
yeah,
of like
they
that
have a little-
animalistic.
They have like a little animal. What's it called? A familiar with them.
Yeah,
It's cute.
interesting. Okay, so let's take a peek in my book. We could have read the meaning off of Biddy Tarot for the Queen of Wands too, but whatever.
Yeah, that was like it wasn't so much a deep. We were just trying to get
An idea.
Yeah. So hopefully someone needed to hear that little message on jealousy earlier. Our little tirade.
Okay, and King of Wands. Reversed. Rude and spiteful personality, using authority and intimidation to get what you want. Preying on vulnerable people in order to boost the ego.
Ooh,
So it's the same
interesting.
kind of thing. Sweltering emotions, raging out of control in abusive situations. I almost feel like what this specific reading is about is like managing masculine and feminine energies and like balance, like the yin and the yang of like
your emotions.
Male and female, or masculine and feminine are yin and yang, but then there's also like the yin and yang inside the yin and yang. You get what I'm saying?
The little dots, yes. Yeah.
I don't really know where to go from there.
I feel like I'm just gonna say it because I feel like it sounds weird, but I feel like there's someone who's listening who is getting abused by an authority in their life and needs to stand up for themselves. That's what I'm getting based off of that. So if you're listening, that situation is exactly what you think it is. You have every right to stand up for yourself. And yeah, you shouldn't be afraid to.
Interesting.
Yeah. That's what I felt to share off of that. So I don't know.
I want to read the upright and then kind of. Okay,
I would
so
like to hear it too, honestly.
the King of Wands upright. Passionate and driven personality, getting things done, inspiring leadership, bold nature driven by integrity, the mature masculine element of fire, no games, no illusions. The King of Wands tells it like it is. He states his goals and moves rapidly towards it. He is charismatic and alluring with energy and a rock star or preacher man. He is likely to charm anyone into seeing things his way, stating what you want, how you want it, and why you want it. So I think it's about confidence and being direct and being able to ask for what you want and yeah.
Step
I
into
think
your
it's like
masculine
it's like
energy,
confidence, right? And like there was the bit about like getting things done and like inspiring leadership. So that is just kind of like an element that I think that all of us need to nurture at times, like that side of yourself. And I think with women specifically, like because we have like our moon cycles or whatever, I think that we go through a cycle of masculine and a cycle of like feminine energy, and I think maybe those four sides that we just discussed are things that we all kind of have to balance or deal with, and make sure when those energies are present that we use them properly.
Yes, for sure. So being more conscientious of what you are feeling and where that feeling is coming from moving forward, which is basically the way that I am able to make it day by day with my mental illness. You know what I mean? And the good thing about having a diagnosis is that it does come with a little bit of a map for you to backtrack.
Yeah.
So therapy, there's a lot of stuff that you can Google for free online, honestly. A lot of techniques that can help you, what's the word? Like almost map out your
It's like
reactions.
mindfulness.
Yes,
It's like mindfulness exercises that you practice and like master. Like, so that's basically what DBT and like CBT are. Just like it's reprogramming your brain, like the nitty gritty, like basically the building blocks to building confidence or like emotional management and stuff like that. And it's not something that happens overnight, but it's just practicing these little techniques and recognizing when you are using like emotional reasoning with things and are not able to see things logically, or your opinion is clouded, I guess.
Yeah, I think for me, I identify it as my inner voice, and when I'm not paying attention to what she's saying, sometimes she gets mean, you know what I mean? And so you have to listen to what your head is saying. This sounds so crazy. Listen to what your head is saying and either counteract it or either challenge it or accept it, depending on if it aligns with who you want to be and what you want your future to look like or not.
100%.
Okay, do you want to pull one more card maybe, or I think we have time for one more.
Okay, yeah.
For funsies?
Yeah, you go ahead.
Turn. Okay, so should we do a topic? Should we do a specific question?
I don't know. Like, what are you thinking?
Maybe we'll just do another topic because it's kind of like, I don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
What should we round out the episode with?
Yeah. How should we finish up?
Yes.
Today's episode.
Oh, I wouldn't count that as a little card ASMR for you guys, just shuffling away. Oh, it is getting.
You can hear it over Maddie snoring.
Yeah, I know. And the friggin' motorbikes going by outside.
Yeah.
We got quite the array of ambiance going on.
Oh my gosh, I just want to take a moment to talk about the thunder last night. We had the most insane thunder that I've ever heard in my life, and we live really close to a refinery, and the tower reversed. Sorry, I just want to finish up the story. We live really close to a refinery, and if it was to blow up, like, we all would, like, instantly die.
Yeah, there's no evacuation. There would be no time for that.
So it was, like, 4 a.m, and, like, I was dreaming, just in my little dream world, peaceful as hell, and then all of a sudden, it's, like, this huge rumble, and the fucking house is shaking, and when I opened my eyes and I felt what was going on, I immediately, like, thought I was going to die. Like, I literally was like, oh my god, the refinery broke up. Blew up.
Yeah. No, it was freaking crazy. And because it was the dead of night too, the lightning was like just blaring the whole everything.
Lighting up the whole fucking sky.
It was so cool. I love thunder and lightning. I love it.
Me too.
When I lived in Toronto, it happened more often, and this was like the best one I've seen.
This is the best one that I can remember. I've never heard thunder that loud in my life. It
was quite loud. I have been in worse, but that one was really good. Really good. I would say I would give it a 9.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
In my books.
Yeah.
It was nice to fall back asleep too. It was cool.
It was. I didn't even put, like, I normally will fall asleep with, like, a guided meditation or ASMR, but I just, like, let the rain fall.
Yeah.
Lull me back to sleep.
Okay, Hillary,
it was kind of hard with the thunder, though. It was, like, kind of like a natural alarm clock. Like, oh shit, so drift off.
I know. Oh my god, it was pretty sick, though.
Okay, so we had the tower in reverse.
Yes.
So, I know that the tower basically represents, like, the crumbling of either
your beliefs or...
Yes. It's like an earth-shattering type reset. end of the cycle type of energy.
Sudden change, upheaval, revelation, awakening is upright. And so reverse is personal transformation, fear of change, and averting disaster. I'll go down here. The Tower reverse suggests that you are undergoing a significant personal transformation and upheaval. When am I not? Honestly, at this point.
It's the regular.
Yeah. This differs from the upright tower, where the change is often because of external circumstances and may even feel forced upon you. So this is about... So this is more about your systems, beliefs, values, whatever. Talking about questioning life's purpose. Something about an unsettling time. I don't resonate with a lot of that. At times, it can be a sign of resisting change and delay, or it can mean the impact of change is about to enter your life. I don't know.
Well, I guess that kind of does a little bit correlate with, like, the Hanged Man card. But this is more like prefixing that there's going to be a big change in your life. But at the same time, maybe this is a message for somebody else that there is going to be a massive shift in your perspective coming up, or like an event that's going to completely like set your life on a different path, or like a new belief system that you're going to develop. I want to look at it in my little book here.
Yeah, definitely. Please also definitely reach out to us if any of this is resonating with you. We'd love to hear your stories and love to tell the rest of the community what's up. We need like a name for you guys someday.
Yeah.
But for now, I'm just going to call you guys.
Yeah. Okay, where are you at? Sorry, I'm having a hard time finding it.
That's okay. It's page flipping ASMR. we can put /ASMR episode.
Judgment, Sun. Okay, the Tower. The Tower reversed. A need to examine your current situation, shake things up, suffering quietly. It is time to stand up for yourself. So that's kind of like a...
Tying into what I was saying with the last one.
Yeah, so it sounds like somebody knows that they're in a situation that they don't want to be in. And I think that this is a major sign for you to take whatever action necessary to break out of what is holding you back or keeping you locked up in this mental prison, mental tower. It's time for the tower to come down.
It sounds like you're in a situation that you really thought would never change, but you're about to step into your power.
I do want to read it upright too, just out of curiosity.
For sure.
The key to the Tower card lay in the crown blown off the tip of the tower. The circular crown never fit the square tower. It may be your situation never fit. It may be you have evolved and moved past your current circumstance. We all outgrow things that were once essential for us. The key lay in weathering the storm and shedding the snakeskin when it comes time to move on. Assert yourself or take the steps you need to take. This is why the toughest, scariest cards come near the end of the major arcana. It is only through facing the tough stuff that we may taste the sweet nectar of growth and evolution. Ruin, collapse, and release. Flash of brilliance. False illusions shattered. Destruction of what was never meant to be. Change can frighten us
That's okay.
Can frighten us even when what is being destroyed is not good for us. It was our comfort inside the discomfort that made us think that we need it.
Interesting.
Yeah, I guess it's like kind of urging you to let go. It's time to let go and step outside of your comfort zone, fully understand and realize that this situation is not the situation that you want to be in, and you have the power to change it.
Yeah, I think I'm feeling the theme of like self-empowerment. It might be time for you to like stand up on your own. Maybe you have like people around you who you hide behind, but there's something to be said about your individuality, and I'm not sure what it is, but hopefully this sparked like the beginnings of it for you.
Yeah, or gave you the confirmation that you need if you're looking for a sign or clarification, like, now's the time to step out of that comfort zone of yours.
Yeah. All right, well, on that note, I feel like that was really goody. Really goody, oh my god. Until I ruined it with that. Delete the whole episode. Never mind. Yeah. Note to self, sit down with the tarot cards more often, because it's super thought-provoking.
Yeah, and super fun. And I think that maybe we should do this more often, do collective readings. Maybe we're not ready for, like, pick a card style, but it's kind of scary to step into tarot because of, like, what you see on YouTube and, like, how skilled you see some of these readers are. But, like, it's a craft, it's a practice, and it takes time, and
you have to study. Like, it's not like one of the, I mean, yes, it is highly intuitive, but at the same time, these are all big themes of I don't know, just life in general, which we're in our early 20s / mid 20s, I guess late 20s now,
but we don't get to talk about that.
Yeah, exactly. Anyway.
Yeah. Before we go, I just wanted to give a little self-promo shout-out, I know, to Hannah and I. So, Hannah has her Etsy shop up and running. What is the name of it? Did you even ever say the name on the podcast?
It's Glitter Grunge Designs, and I don't like the name of it, so I don't really say it, and maybe someday
I like it.
I don't.
Why?
I don't know. I just don't anymore.
You don't resonate with it anymore?
Yeah.
Who is she? I'm not her anymore.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. I don't know. I would have done something more. Anyway, it doesn't matter. The point is,
the pop sockets are cute as fuck, though.
Thanks.
On the real. So if you want to go check out her store, it is linked in our bio through our beacons. And then I have I only have one journal up thus far, but I'm working on making a little bit of a bookshelf. But you can also find my journal linked in our beacons.
Her very first paperback. Someday it's going to be books filled with words.
Yes.
So crazy.
Fingers crossed. Crazy. And, you can check us out on YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcast, anywhere that streams podcasts. And follow us on Instagram at the Eureka Fact.
Who are we, honestly? At the Eureka Fact. And also our personal Instagrams. You'll find us somewhere in the comments or whatever.
For sure.
On that note, peace out.
See you next time.
Bye.